Hello, I'm Noah Jackson, and today we'll be discussing about Britain's recent conquering of India. The disunity of India contributed to this action, for they could not come together, and that is why, Britain conquered them. Now we shall be going to our field agent, who will be giving us more information on the matter.
Thank you. I have someone here from the Indian community. How did all of this begin?
Well, it started when the British East India Company came in and started trading with us. Then they started to try to conquer us, and we couldn't unite against them because we speak a lot of different languages and have different traditions and cultures.
Now that the British have come, how do you feel about all of this?
It's actually not so bad. They've provided roads and other things that are really helpful to us. So it's okay. But I still don't want to lose our Indian culture because that's very important. But we can learn a lot from their culture.
Thank you. I also have someone here from Britain. How do you feel about all of this?
I really don't know. I mean, the Indians, they're not very bright. They really need our help. I mean, their culture is very strange and frankly stupid. Some of my friends think that they're intelligent, but they're not.
Back to you in the studio.
Breaking news! The Indians have refused to follow Britain's laws due to religious differences. This has started a rebellion, and the natives are calling this the Sepoy Rebellion. Now let's go to Nicole for further information.
Hi, I'm here on the outskirts of the rebellion with a man who was involved. How did all of this begin?
The British are trying to change our culture. They're changing our laws. Only we have the power to do that. So they tried to make us use guns and bite animal cartridges. That's against our religion. We can't do that. So we decided to fight back. We can't let them win.
Thank you. Now back to you in the studio.
Oh, that is some pretty bad news. Now let's go back to Elizabeth.
Thank you. Now, how do you feel about this rebellion?
I think it's ridiculous that they're trying to fight us.
What? Why is that?
You don't have a chance.
What? It's our country. You shouldn't be here in the first place.
Guys,
If you can't unite, then you deserve to be conquered.
Okay, you know what? You have your own land. We shouldn't have to unite against you. You should be happy with it.
You know, without us, you won't be able to do anything except use your resources.
Ladies.
How would you know? The
Please.
only reason you're here is
Please.
to use our resources.
I don't think you can even use your resources properly.
Why?
This is just...
Okay,
This is
while these two
stupid.
ladies figure out their differences, let's send it back to you in the studio.
No matter what you
Well, I hope everything turns out well for those two. Now let's go back to Nicole, who is now speaking to an Indian schoolboy.
Thank you. Now, tell me, what has your experience been these last few years?
Well, since the British came, I have been able to attend school. Now, I'm very grateful for that, but the British have taught us a lot about democracy, so that's made me see how wrong the British are. Because we want democracy now that we know about it, so I think it would be in our best interest to get the British out of India.
That's a good story. Thank you. Now, back to you, Nola.
Thank you, Nicole. Well, after Elizabeth dealt with those two troublemakers, she discovered a new story. Let us go to her now to see what she has discovered.
I was walking down here by the farms, and I discovered that there was a worker down here. Excuse me. Hi. Would you explain to me what it's like being a farmer out here these days?
Well, it wasn't so bad before, but now the British have changed the way we do things. So we have to grow cash crops instead of just make food for ourselves.
Well, but how does everybody get fed then?
We don't really. There's so many cash crops and we can't eat them because it's just for selling. So we don't really have any food.
Wait, you're telling me that you have to spend your entire day growing these crops and you don't even get any food out of it?
That's pretty much what it is. Now we're in a really big famine because of it. I guess I wouldn't mind working so much. It's just I'd really like to have food to feed my family.
So, how many children do you have?
I have 3. All of them are always hungry. I try to give them my share. So does my husband.
All right, let's go back to the studio. Hopefully Britain can help with this problem.
Well, that's all we have for today, so join us tomorrow to hear more about India. This is Noah Jackson signing off.